gree. She go say, happy lady.
Who's that girl? Na 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 na. Who's that girl? Na 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 na. It's this girl. Hi guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to Obodo TV. It's your girl Bridget. I know I don't look like myself. I look like a different person. Yeah, I know. It's a long story. So last week I woke up one day. Sorry, it's a bit noisy. I'm walking on the road. So I woke up one day and decided to go and cut off my hair. Yeah, so I shaved it all. I'm bored. I'm telling you guys. Oh, this girl, this woman, with me, you never know. So yeah, I'm giving the wigs a break. It's not guaranteed that I will not come back. It's going to come back at some point in the future. I know that for sure, because I can't carry one look forever. It's just not me. I need to constantly change the way I look. That's what makes me happy, so I do it. But for now, yeah, we're going with board. I'm thinking of coloring it. I'm not sure what color I'm going to dye it to. I'm going to color it at some point this weekend. Yeah. Surprise. It's so hot. Let me put my glasses on. I wanted to take it off so you guys can know, you recognize me, to know that it's actually me. You should see when I first came to work. Oh my god, everybody was like, what did you do? Oh my service manager came and said, who is that? I don't recognize that person. Who is that? Come and see. Oh my god, it was funny. Anyway, that's the new look. I'm gonna wear it for a while, then obviously switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up again, do something else. Maybe I'm gonna wear pink hair. This next one, the next one will be a pink a pink wig. Anyway, hope you guys are all right. Your week is going well. Work, family, everything is sweet. I did promise I was going to talk about 50-50 marriage, but I don't know. I'm working, and I feel like this issue is not a walking issue. It's a sit-down issue. So let me see if I'm going to find somewhere to sit down. And just sit down and let's talk about this matter properly. I did try to start talking about it on Saturday. I was hanging out with a few of my friends. Another of my friend had birthday due for the hobby 50th, another 50th. I know all my friends and their hobbies, everyone is celebrating 50. Oh, anyway, so I started talking about it with a few of my friends, but they were camera shy. They don't want to show on camera. So we were talking, but because we were in the middle of something, it was a party. So what do people think? I don't want to just be the one that will come up with the point or the ideas, because I know personally how I feel about equality or 50-50 marriage. I know how I feel about it, and I already mentioned it in some of my vlogs that I don't believe in 50-50 marriages. I believe that equality, gender equality, and this issue of 50-50 marriage work hand in hand, and that's why I'm linking them together when I'm talking about it. Because what is gender equality? We are talking about men and women being equals. So I'm a woman, you are a man. The only difference between us is our gender. So does that mean that you are more important than me as a man because my gender is different from yours? No. Personally, I do not believe that anybody is more important than anybody. I believe in gender equality, that men and women are equals. I believe that. That is my own personal belief. The reason why I believe in gender equality is because it's not about being feminist or not being fair. All those ideas, I don't know. I feel like sometimes we run around with all these wild ideas sometimes that, sometimes the meanings, sometimes people misunderstand, and we ourselves are even using those terms might not fully understand because they are different definitions. If you want to talk about feminism, people have different definitions. So I don't know. This is not about feminism. This is about equality, which is what I believe in as a human being. Yeah, I was talking about gender equality. This is the reason why I believe in gender equality. If you believe in racial equality, that people of different races, white, brown, black, whatever race there is in this world, I believe there's only one human race anyway, but people classify race as, white, black, brown, whatever that you believe the races are in this world. If you believe in equality of all races, that we are all equals, or you believe that another race is not superior to you because of your skin color, then if you agree that we are all equal, yeah, we might not have the same opportunities, but we are born equal. All mankind, every human being in this world, as long as you're a human, irrespective of your skin tone or your skin color, we are equal, and there's no race or there's no color that is superior to another color. If you believe in that, then you have to accept the fact that men and women are also equals. Point number one. Now, point number two is the fact that when we talk about equality, from my own personal perspective, I will say that yes, I believe in equality. I believe my brothers and I have, we are equals. I don't believe that because in the African sense, predominantly, men are more superior than women, so they treat men better. But that's a cultural thing which I disagree with, because I believe that we are all equals, like I have just said, and I've explained why I believe in it. Now, however, when we come to the context of when we're talking about in the context of a relationship or marriage, especially marriage, I'm going to focus on marriage because what I'm talking about has to do with marriage alone, not boyfriend and girlfriend or partner, I don't know, whatever classification they call them these days. I know, it's different things they call them, but I'm talking about marriages between one person to another, specifically between a man and a woman. So we are talking about heterosexual marriages between a man and a woman. Then it's a different thing. For me personally, as a Christian, I would say that because of my Christian faith and belief, and because my Bible says that I should submit to my own husband, that is the instruction that God has given us as Christians. I should submit to your own husband. So he said, wives, love your husband, love your wives as Christ has loved the church. And he says, wives, submit to your own husband. Now, note the word "to your own husband." He didn't say submit to every man out there. He didn't say go out to your workplace and start treating every man as if they are your husbands. 60 or 40. We need to wait. Okay.
So it's not gonna work. It goes both ways. For example, if you want to be independent in a marriage, so you tell the man, okay, fine, I'm going to get my career is going to be running alongside with yours. So, but something has to suffer. One, the children will suffer.
Right.
Who's going to take the back seat with upbringing? It can be 50-50. Naturally, we women have nurturing skills. The man cannot nurture a child. You have to nurture. So, in the sense, can you, okay, I have a career. The good thing with mine is that, okay, I can afford to pursue my career because I have flexibility. I can work 4 days from home. I can work 3 days from home. So I can raise children alongside with that. Then my husband, okay, fine. He brings like almost 80%.
Right.
So if he tells me that I don't want this, I abide.
Right.
Because he is bringing 80%, even though I'm working and earning.
So you are submitting.
So I'm submitting because he's bringing 80%, and he did not He did not impose that submission to me. He ended it because of what?
Quickly.
Because the Bible says it's the woman we've been engraced to submit. As I say, man is the man that loves. There is the woman that submits. He said, man, love your wife. He said, woman, submit to your own, not
husband.
To your husband in the church, not to the
not, not to your colleagues at work,
not to your colleague at work, not to your family friend, not even to your in-laws. Submit to your own husband.
You see, this issue of gender equality, yeah, I think a lot of us, when we talk about gender equality, you know,
both the men and the women,
yeah, we get it wrong.
Because for a man, you can't demand respect. You earn it. And how do you earn it? When you take up a responsibility.
Or you can't. Okay, so are you saying that if a man is not able to provide, like we're saying, 80%, is not paying 80% of it, maybe 60 or 70%?
What does the Bible say? The Bible says, he that cannot provide for his own household is worse than an infidel.
Oh yes, preach it.
Do you
preach
want to know
it.
what the meaning of an infidel is?
Preach it.
He that does not provide for his own household is worse than an infidel.
You know what, babe? Let me tell you something.
So
this issue of I'm the head, I talk about it all the time. You guys know I talk about it in my blog all the time. But the problem I have is that a lot of African men will come here and be asking me, oh, Obodo, Auntie Brie, what do you think? We are equal. Are we equal? Oh, I'm head. Traditionally in Africa, men are the head. And the reason why men are the head in Africa, I'll say it again, even though my unknown guest has said it, is because the man is primarily the provider.
Yeah.
It's not just you are the head. Let me tell you something. In Africa, men who cannot provide, they are not head though.
No, they lose it. They
are not head. Have you seen African women that are abusing their husband because they are not doing anything?
Okay, let's say from the part where we grew up, from the south where we grew up, we had a lot of we had a lot of men, I would say, that weren't up to the task, in the sense that they weren't working, they were about drinking. And you see the wife they would toil, go to the farm, they send the kids to school. I remember in my growing up days, some of my colleagues, their mothers sold their wrappers to send them to university.
They'll sell their jewelry, they sell everything.
The men just wake up in the morning, they go drinking and whatever, they engage in fruitless politics and whatever.
Very fruitless politics.
And whatever.
Politics without
that doesn't bring the
that doesn't bring nothing.
So, but the women were the ones back home doing the tills.
Right.
I tell you, I grew up, those men had no respect.
Right.
Not even from the wives or the women, not the kids, and even us standbys.
Yeah.
We that were like the silent majority that were observers. From a distance. They had no. This is the ticket. They had no respect whatsoever.
You can't have respect now. How are you going to get that respect?
So that man, I'm not sure he cannot say, oh, I am the head.
50-50 marriage, because where I come from, in my background, where I come from, it is a man that comes to marry a woman, and it is not the other way around. Women do not go and marry men. It is men that comes to marry women. It is men that come to pay the bride price. The man that will come and ask for your father, or you ask for your hand in marriage from your family. So it's not you that goes to the man's house to go and ask for the man's hand in marriage. It's not you that goes to the man's family to come and say, okay, I want to be married to your family. So it means that it's the man that marries the woman. Now, Obodo marriage is different. It is completely different from African marriages in that, and that's why I don't believe in 50-50 marriage, because if you're talking about 50-50, for other cultures like the Caucasians believe that, you know, men and women are equal all around, even in marriage, and that's why they don't, except the ones that are Christians, will not believe in submission. But they believe in partnership, and that is 50-50. And that 50-50 means that from the day that you meet, that you start going out, you buy drinks, you split the bill. Oh boy will pay 50. The babe will pay 50. You go out, you go to cinema, you pay your own, he will pay his own. But it doesn't work like that in our own African setting. It does not. I mean, I can't imagine going to Nigeria and you come and somebody will be asking you out to say, can I take you out? And then you go out. When the bill comes, they will come and split it and say, oh babe, bring your own. That's an error. I can't even, I mean. So the man is the one that takes care of the family. The man is the one that marries the woman. There's no 50-50. The woman supports, but it is not 50-50. You cannot say, oh, 50-50. I mean, back home in Nigeria, where I come from, women will support. Sometimes, yeah, when a man is having some financial difficulties, the women can step in, you know, because they know that they believe in him, that, you know, he's going to come back and recoup and, you know, become the provider that he is. The man is the provider. That's just the truth. The problem now comes in Obodo marriages or Africans who live in the diaspora, when you claim that it's 50-50 marriages you are doing. You are paying the bills 50-50, you're paying your mortgage or your rent 50-50, you're doing or anything that is financial based, you do it 50-50. But when it comes to the other side of marriage, in terms of, you know, childcare, looking after your children, taking children to school and back, house chores, laundry, general housekeeping, then it's not 50-50 in that regard. That is always where the wahala comes from. Most women will kick against it because they will say, oh, you're doing 50-50. You say, I should bring my paycheck 50. You pay your own 50. So the other aspect of marriage as well, which is, you know, housekeeping, childcare, if you have children and all that, then you've got to do your own bit as well. So you can't now say she must pay 50 as a man, and then you will not help her in cleaning, you will not do laundry, you cannot do any house chores, you can't cook, or you can't do, you know, childcare or anything like that. That is where the wahala was. That's why I say, me, in my own, I'm not saying it's applicable to everybody. I'm not saying everybody should do it too, but in my own case, I do not do 50-50. I do not believe in 50-50. I am not doing 50-50. I did not go and marry my husband. My husband came to marry me. And when he came to marry me, they asked him, and that's why I love traditional African marriages. They will ask you, are you going to look after her? Would you take care of this woman? You will agree. You will affirm that yes, I'm going to look after her. I will look after her. I will take care of her. I will take care of her needs. Then how can you not take her home and you come and say, okay, come and bring 50-50? No.
So for me, the men in this part of the world, I don't know whether if they come, they try to relinquish the
African values.
No, not the value, their obligation to the state, in the sense that, oh, even if I don't provide roof for you, the council will do that.
No. This is what happens. Let me tell you what happens. We got married. Me and you, we got married in Nigeria. We didn't get married here. You know. This is what happened. When we now come to Obodo and my husband now finds out that, oh, you know, Obodo, it's not like in Nigeria women don't support their husband. They do. In some families, as a matter of fact, it's the women that are the breadwinners. Yeah. The women are the breadwinners.
Even in those cases, the women will even still buy a car. They will still tell you that, oh, but my husband just bought me a car. They bought the car. And for me, it might be seasonal, because maybe the man has been the provider.
Exactly.
Something went wrong in business.
Exactly.
Or there was a downturn somewhere, and she
has to step up.
She has to step up.
Yes.
And she believes, okay, he's done it. He will rise again. He will come back.
Yeah.
So in that case, we will to preserve the man's dignity. She will say, oh wow, lovely car. Oh, my husband just got me a car. Meanwhile, she bought that car without money. But the truth of that matter is that she still believes in that man. If the man has been a loafer, I'm telling you, she would say, my husband bought it.
I'm sorry. If you people are doing 50-50, if you ladies are doing 50-50 out there, you have an understanding. Like, there's a friend of mine who says that she and her partner are doing 50-50. But you see, they have crisis in the marriage because of the same, you know, point that I've analyzed here, that, you know, she's doing 50-50 financially, but he's not doing 50-50 domestically. So there's bound to be fire on the mountain. There's bound to be problems. That's just how it is. So this issue of 50-50, I don't know what you guys feel about it, but me personally, no. I do not do 50-50. I don't. And you know, I asked a couple of ladies on Saturday, and they always, I mean, it's the same thing. It's not like we sat down to discuss it, but this is the feeling I'm getting, that, you know, the man has to be the head. If you say you are the head, you have to be the head financially too. You cannot be the head only by name. You cannot be the head only by, you know, by being male. If you are married, you are in a marriage relationship with a woman, and you are the head, she's submitting to you, you have to be the head financially as well. The head, that's why I'm saying that there's a saying that on easy lies the head that wears the crown. That means that to be the head is a lot of responsibility, you know. So you have to really make sure that you are doing what it takes to be the head. That means paying 80% of the bills or 70%. It's not like you split it down the middle and say 50-50 and then you expect her to do the other bits of the domestic chores all by herself. She will not be happy. She won't. I don't know. Maybe there are exceptions out there. Some women who pay 50-50 and still do all the domestic chores and childcare and everything. But I tell you, you'll be overwhelmed. Because it's only you. You are going to work, working 40 hours, 50 hours, 70 hours a week. You are doing cooking, you are cleaning, you are looking after the children, you are doing homework all by yourself. And it's only paying 50-50. It's only paying its own 50% of the bills and not doing anything to help you at home. You know, this is the way I say it. In submission of everything that has been said, what I've said here, what my friend said last weekend when we went to the party. Love. This is where love comes in. When there is love, when you love somebody, you want to do something for that person. And if there is love from both sides, it won't even matter who has what. It won't matter, honestly, because you will be happy to give. For instance, this is a very typical example. So the woman is a nurse. She's working maybe 70 hours, 60 hours a week, making a good income. The husband doesn't have that kind of career. He's working, but he doesn't have that similar kind of career, so his responsibility are less. So he's at home. When she gets back, then he will not cook, he will not enter the kitchen. He's waiting for her to come and cook for him because she's the wife. Tell me how that is going to work. I mean, how would that play out? If you go and you pull in how many hours at work, and this man has done his own flexible job, he's at home. I mean, it's supposed to be like something that is collective, isn't it? It's supposed to be collective. Yeah. Like, okay, you're doing this, I'm doing this.
Let's even go back to, let's even introduce the topic of love. When you really, if this woman is really the bone of your bone, the flesh of your flesh, and she's been at work, I can imagine it's not like those kind of people that sometimes you sit down. There's some people in their own kind of job, they stand. So this woman has been at work, standing all day for 7, 8, 9 long shift. Then she comes back home. The love you have for her. That's why I say sometimes it goes beyond even the dichotomy of who is the head, who is the leg, who is the hand,
who is the tail,
who is the belly, who is the whatever. It goes. It still centers more for me. I was saying on love.
Yeah, and the understanding.
Yes, if you really love this woman, she has gone to work, and you have that opportunity at that point in time to be home. I'm not sure it's too difficult to boil spaghetti, boil pasta, boil rice, or do something so that I did this for you. I don't know what you would like, but just have this. Then when
that will make her happy.
Yes,
so you know that this man is he's thoughtful.
Exactly.
He's thinking about me.
Tell me why submission will not come even if
point. She's earning more.
Yeah, even if she's earning more, she'll like, oh wow, oh baby, do you know what, the clothes are in the laundrette? I just got them out. I've done this. I've done. What do you think? Or before you get, what do you want to eat? And this woman comes back. I bet you she will give you a paycheck and say, oh, darling, how do you want us to spend this money? I remember I work in the bank. When they give me bonus, my husband doesn't even know how much my bonus is. He will just say, okay, during this period, don't ask me for money. They paid you. Because I would tell him, I say, oh, guess what? I earn bonus. He's like, wow, what? That means you did a good job. This, I'll say, wow, what can I say? Like, okay. So I was like, he said, if I ask, I still ask him for money. Even though I work, I still ask him for money.
So some men, their argument has been that, they're using all their money to pay the bills, and the woman is using maybe her money to send to Africa to help her family or to build a house in Africa.
So you can help your family. For example, if my mom wants something urgently, in my own mindset, with wisdom, I know what is before my husband in his plate. I know what the bills he has in my head. I can mentally calculate, okay, how much I know is going to go out this month. I'm not going to want to bother him with my mom requesting some drugs, some replenishing of her drugs or something as minor as that. I say, sweetheart, can you give me £50 or £100?
What they are saying is that it's not fair for them to be paying 80% of the bills while the woman is using her money the way she wants.
But you know what? It's because these men are not empowered.
Good. Now you said it. I keep saying, all the time.
Empowered.
Guys, I tell you all the time, I say, I pray for you all that that's the word, empowered. That you have.
Okay, let me give you an example. If you are empowered, What is stopping you in this same country? I know people, Bridget, I'm not joking, in the city, that work in the city like me. I know young African boys of African descent. They do hard work. They work in the big banks. I don't want to call names. They work in these big banks. They earn good money.
Of course.
In this same country, they give. I know someone that in his girlfriend, he still gives her, like, the girl works, he still gives her money, and they're not even married yet.
Yeah.
So are you trying to tell me? And he still meets. You know, this country, this part of the world, the kids, they don't really ask for anything because that's what they are brought up.
Yeah.
But because I don't know, because these guys they had African fathers.
Yeah.
So they've seen that kind of the father giving to the mother, taking care of the mother.
Yeah.
It has translated to their own relationship.
Yeah.
So now they know, okay, my own relationship is not all about, okay, fine. They were like, oh, I remember a guy was telling the girl, I was just laughing, I was in stitches. He was like, oh, I don't really believe in, I know we're all brought up here, but I don't really believe in this 50-50 shit.
Yeah.
I'll do 80.
Yeah.
The 20, if you want to do, that's your beat, but I'm going to do 80. That's how my father was.
You'll be happy to give to that person. You'll be happy to share with that person. It doesn't matter who has what, because you'll be sharing in love. The day that the man does not have, the woman will step up. The day the woman does not have, the man will step up. That is what it is. This issue of 50-50, personally, I don't believe in it. Of course, I will step up, to do what needs to be done for our family. But on the whole, my husband does his God-given role of being the head of the family. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about 50-50 marriages? What do you think about equality, gender equality? Are men more superior to us as women? Are we the inferior? Are we the inferior gender? I always like to hear your thoughts. So leave me a comment down below in the comment section. I feel like I'm still going to have a proper sit down, because this vlog is just all over the place, from party to here in the coffee shop. Maybe we're still going to have another discussion, a proper discussion. This time around, I want to bring a man. Yeah, I think I want to have a male perspective on this matter of 50-50 marriage and equality. What people think about it. Yeah, so let me end this one here. I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.
We believe in God the Father. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in the Holy Spirit.